There we go. All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys for hopping on. We're all going to, Kyla, Katie, myself are all going to take a turn and talk about a topic. And then we just want to open it up for any questions that you guys have. Anything at all. We are welcome to talk. So Katie, you want to kick it off?
Sure. Okay. So I just want to talk a little bit just about the benefits of coaching because to be honest with you guys, when I started in January with 21 Day Fix, and then I only did one round, and initially I just signed on with Molly because I wanted the discount because I wanted to do 21 Day Fix Extreme, and it just made sense because I really wanted to continue with Shakeology.
Why are you talking on here?
Oh, here, hold on. I'll mute everyone, and then Katie, if you... Hold on, shoot.
When? Why is she not talking?
Here, I'll mute myself.
Okay. And then Katie just unmute.
Okay, here we go. So, that was so cute. She's not talking. I'm talking now. So I don't even know what I was saying. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and sign on as a coach, just mainly to get the discount because I wanted to continue with Shakeology. Then I was seeing results, and a lot of people were asking me, like, what are you doing? How are you getting these results? Kind of like, I'm sure many people, as they start to get results from these programs, people just start asking, like, what they're doing, and you just start talking about it. And I believed in it so much that it showed to people, and they could see that it was working for me, so they started wanting to try. So I was like, you know what? I'll just start doing this, like, with my friends and family. And it got to a point where I just loved the product so much and loved the programs and I loved the group so much that I wanted to pay it forward to others because I didn't understand, like, how more people didn't know about this. And, like, I was always trying to go to the gym. And I felt like I was never getting anywhere. And so it was like I unlocked this door to this, like, possibility of, like, getting to be the healthiest version of me. And it was, like, pretty simple. And I didn't understand, like, why everyone wasn't doing it. So that was kind of why I just decided, you know, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to do it with my friends and family. And it's kind of grown since there into, you know, where I'm able to help a lot more people every month. So I would probably say the main benefit of coaching is kind of like when you're in a challenge group, it's the accountability piece. But when you're like a coach and people have joined you or they've trusted you to go on this journey with them, it's like the ultimate accountability. Like, if I know that there's people that have joined into one of our groups because they were following my journey and I inspired them to make a difference in their life, like, how can I then go and kind of, like, just throw everything away? And believe me, there's been many times in the past, like, 7 months where I've just been like, ugh, like, so stressed out, or maybe I don't have time for all this. But then I just remember, like, these people did it because of me, so I need to stick with it. So it's the ultimate accountability piece. It's the constant push to, like, not get comfortable in what I'm doing. And I think sometimes for me, before, if I ever met a goal, I'd start to get comfortable and I'd get relaxed and I'd start to then, like, revert back to old habits. But by kind of putting myself out there and sharing my journey and sharing my story so openly, it's now put me at a point where I just have to keep thinking about what's my next goal. Like, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? Because I don't want to get comfortable and I don't want to allow myself to kind of start to go back to, like, how I was before all this, because I was miserable. And so I don't want to go back to that. So it's that. It's just challenge. It's accountability. And it's really just pushing me to stick with what I know works. I also love the fact that I get to pay it forward. And I love the fact that I get messages literally pretty much every day from somebody, and it might not even be anyone in my group. It could be somebody, like, I'll get messages from people that I haven't talked to for, like, 10 years who send me messages and say, like, I went to the store and I found this and I tried this recipe that you posted and I love it. Like, I'm going to do this instead of what I used to do. Or I literally got a message from a random person that said, like, because of you, I now believe in myself. And I'm like, just because I shared my journey, I never even met this person. Like, it's just that you're giving people hope that because you can do it, they can do it too. And I think that is probably the most powerful thing. And just watching people that I've known for a long time and I love dearly come off of medications and make such huge changes in their life that now they're hooked on this, and like they're now paying it forward to others. So just watching kind of all that unfold has been one of the just an amazing benefit of coaching. And of course, we don't want to go without talking about, like, there is a financial benefit to this as well. And Kyla and Molly and I, we all work full time, and this is not our full-time gig. This is something that we put like an hour into, sometimes more, like depending on what we have going on, but a day. But it has provided me the opportunity as a single mom. So those of you that know my story know that I am the sole parent to my son, Bryce. I don't get any child support. I'm not complaining. But living in Northern Virginia as a single mom with one income is pretty much impossible. So when I signed on for this, the goal was if I could cover like a week of daycare, like that would be so nice. Like just think about writing that check and not having to worry about it. So, and it's grown to now, like I can do that comfortably. And I just had to go out and buy like a whole new wardrobe because I needed more professional clothes for my new job. And I was able to do that. So it's just like by helping others, I'm making enough money to be able to have like to be able to do things comfortably. Like we're all getting ready to go to Nashville, and I booked my flight, like not even worrying about it or not having to put it on a credit card because of this business that I've grown, just putting an hour in each day. So, many people do grow this to be a full-time income. You can put as much into it as you want or as little into it as you want. You could make enough to like fill your gas tank. You can make enough to buy groceries for the week. You can make enough to pay for daycare for the whole month, which is really what my goal is each month. So whatever it is, wherever you're at, it doesn't hurt that you are able to make some extra money by really doing what you're passionate about and helping others. And the last thing I'm going to say is just really the sense of community that you get from being a coach, not only from your challengers, but like from your coaches. So our team of coaches, like I love them dearly, and I really have only known Molly. Like, and I knew Megan too, another coach on our team, so we all went to high school together. But other than that, like I never met Kyla, literally. And when I met her for the first time in April, like I felt like we were sisters. Like I don't know. It was just, we were like, I think we are sisters actually, like twin sisters. But we just have this bond. And if it wasn't for being in these groups and coaching together, like I would have never met her. And like she drove up 4 hours to go and run a race for my son and turn around and drove back. Like because of this experience, like it like could make me cry, because it's just, you meet people through this, and you get this community of people behind you. And like, I know my team of coaches like have my back no matter what. And I can't wait to get together with all of them in a couple days in Nashville. So that's really all I have for you guys as far as the benefits of coaching. So now that you've heard me talk about all the great things of coaching, like I said, you can put as much into it as you want or as little into it as you want. And so Kyla is going to talk to you guys a little bit about the different levels of coaching.
Okay. So now I'm like super fired up. Thanks, Katie. She's my hype man. She's my Flava Flav with the clock. So there are 3 different types, like levels of coaching when you get into this. And I am currently in the process of kind of trying to run the gamut of all of these different levels of coaching. So the first level or type of coach that there is called a discount coach. So this is when we as your coaches reach out to you after your first month and say, hey, you're liking what's going on. If you're wanting to continue and do another program and you've seen the benefits of your Shakeology, then we would like to offer you the opportunity to get a discount. And you can continue doing everything that you have been now. But if you sign on as a coach, you also have a 25% discount on all products. And so it just makes sense if this is something you're going to continue with. So we offer that to everybody as to whether or not they want to, sign up for discounts. And most people are on board with that, because who doesn't like to save money? And every once in a while, someone might have some hesitations around the word coaching, even though it doesn't require any actual coaching whatsoever if that's not something you're ready to do yet, or if it's not something you want to do ever. I personally signed up as a discount coach after my first month of doing 21 Day Fix Extreme in October. And I finished up in November, and I signed on as a discount coach, and I rocked that discount all the way until February when I finally decided that I was ready to do more with this. And I had a similar experience to Katie, but it took longer for me. But I, had people that were approaching me and they were asking me at work, like, what are you doing? I see you eating all the time. You're constantly in the fridge. You have a big lunch bag. You're losing weight. You look good. What's happening here? So like people started asking me questions, and I was like really eager to respond and to tell them and help them. Even so far as to, like, I wrote a meal plan for somebody based off of like what I was doing. And at that point, I was like, okay, maybe I should think a little bit more about actually coaching if other people are coming to me and asking me for advice. And I'm kind of stubborn and I take things in my own time, so that was me. And Molly was very patient with me, and she just kind of sat back and waited for the time to be right for me. And like I said, I do things on my own terms in my own time. So I started actually coaching in February, but I have been a part of Molly's group since October. So that's how long it took me to really kind of come around and just feel a little bit more, confident and comfortable, and, like I knew what I was doing and ready to move forward with that. So that kind of rolled me into the second kind of coach, which is a hobby coach. So a hobby coach is someone who you're also receiving the discounts as a coach, but you are starting to kind of dabble and maybe refer a couple of friends. Like you might start and say, all right, well, my sister, like I'm going to try it out. I'm going to get my sister and she's going to sign up with me and we're going to do this together, or my best friend or my mom or whoever. Because if you refer someone and have them sign through you, not only are you receiving a 25% discount, but you also receive commission from that person. That's how we earn, money as coaches. So you might, just refer like family and friends and have them order through you, because if somebody wants to order a product through Beachbody, they're going to do so. And they're going to go online and just going to Google search, and they're going to order something. And when they do that, Beachbody automatically assigns them a coach. Okay. So you might as well, sign through someone that that can help you and support you a little more closely than a random person that Beachbody is going to assign you to. So a hobby coach is someone who's, not necessarily like really working the business, as we say, and putting a lot of time or effort into it, but they are receiving the discounts, and they might just, have some friends and family that kind of want to jump in and do things with them. And then the third kind of coach is, there's a couple different names for this. It's like all in, or a team builder, or career, coach, or something like that. And those are people who are truly actively working the business every single day. They're, Molly's going to talk about the vital behaviors. So they're living the vital behaviors, doing them every day. They are actively working to grow their business every day and to try to earn a legitimate income. So none of the three of us are currently, like sitting on the couch and earning a full-time income from doing this yet. But we do know people who earn full-time incomes doing this. So it's totally a possibility. And when I say full-time incomes, I mean, some people are making like legit bank, like $1 million. It's mind-blowing. Not us, to be clear, but people. This is real. People make really solid money doing this. So that, it's out there, however big you want to grow your business and however far you want to go, it's totally up to you. So that's, the option is there. So the three of us, we really work the business every single day. We're constantly running challenge groups, talking to new people, inviting, and so we are, I guess, kind of in the middle. We're all in, like we're doing this, we're all in. We're not currently, earning like full-time incomes just yet, but, and for some of us that might not even be the end goal. It's just all the other benefits that come along with this as well. But those are the three different levels of coaches. Would be like just a discount coach, the hobby coach, and then also the all-in, those of us that are like really working the business and growing every day. And we have people on our team who are on all 3 levels, and we welcome people who are on all levels of this, whether you just want to dabble, you just want the discount, or you really, you know, have some goals that you want to share with us, and we will help you to get there. We are part of a greater team that is then part of a greater team and a greater team. So there's really a lot of support here, and none of us have had to do anything all by ourselves ever. And that was something I think that maybe held me back a little bit at first. That I was a little bit nervous, like I didn't know where to start or what to do. And I have really, you know, the teamwork and the support that we get from our team that we're a part of is incredible. And there's, you know, no question that I've ever asked that I've has not been answered, or I've been made to feel like stupid for it or anything like that. And I'm the kind of person that has a lot of questions. So those are the kinds of coaches. And like I said, we have all of them on our team, and we welcome all kinds of coaches, no matter what your goal is or what you want to do. We, you know, will work with you and invite you to join us in that way. So I'll pass it off to Molly for Vital Behaviors.
All right. So I'm going to talk about the 4 things that we pretty much try to do every day. Some of these you guys are already doing, being in our challenge groups, but I came to coach, just for those of you that don't know my story really quickly, or anyone that's going to be watching the recording. I started last May with a challenge group, and kind of like I did one challenge group and then jumped in, and I honestly had no idea what I was doing, but I had the same experience as Katie and Kyla, where I was just like wanting to tell everyone about this. And it just seemed like so simple and easy. And I'd been like going to the gym and feel like I was just spinning my wheels, wasting all this time. And then all of a sudden I found something that worked, especially as a new mom. And I just like kind of wanted to scream that from the rooftop. So I jumped in and started coaching. I had no idea what I was doing. And my coach literally like held my hand the whole time. So like Kyla said, we don't do anything really on our own, like as much support as you need. We're here. I mean, the 3 of us you see run a group together, but there's people that run groups by themselves. It's kind of whatever you want it to be, and we'll do whatever that is to help. But so the 4 vital behaviors, like I said, you guys are already doing some of these. So the first one is being proof the product works, and that is, hopefully you see that we are, you know, using the workouts and getting good results, drinking our Shakeology, using the nutrition plan, all of those things. You know, I pretty much use social media as like, I think of it as like a journal. So if I'm doing a certain program, I'll aim to show that, and the journey that I'm doing, you know, my before and after. If I'm cooking dinner using 21 Day Fix containers, that's something I can document. It's nothing, you know, it's what I'm doing every day, and I'm just showing it more. I'm being more intentional about documenting it. So you see that in our challenge groups, and we also do that on our personal accounts as well, Instagram, Facebook. So that's a really good place to get started. I know when I signed up to coach, I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? And the first thing I started doing was I just put out like a transformation post, and it wasn't even a true transformation post because it was like when I was pregnant compared to now. But I just put out a post, and I had said like, hey, I've been doing T25, and now I'm looking for some people to join me when I start 21 Day Fix. And I started a group in August, and, you know, that was like my first post. And then after that, I was just putting up, you know, Flex Friday, or here's my breakfast, all stuff that I was already posting in my current challenge group, but I was just putting on my page. And then people started to see what I was doing and get more interest and ask me about it. The second thing is inviting, and I don't like to be like salesy, so I just think of it as connecting with people. That can be, you know, talking to someone that you've lost touch with from high school or elementary school, wishing someone a happy birthday that you're close with or not. And it doesn't even have to be about Beachbody. It's just reconnecting with someone. Inevitably, all of my conversations pretty much turn to, you know, my son and what I've been doing. And same as Katie said, like people, even people that aren't in my challenge groups or have nothing to do with Beachbody and myself, will just send me a message saying, you know, like your posts are so inspirational. I love watching your journey. So those are things that I'm always trying to connect with people, new people, and people that I've just lost touch with as well in my Facebook or on Instagram. And then we have lots of different groups. So you can be inviting someone to the challenge groups that you guys are in. And then I think some of you have also been in our free group. So that's a good place to, it's an easy place to invite someone who's interested in kind of getting started but may not want to commit to a challenge group yet. A 1 week free group is a good place to do that. And again, these are all things that we run together, nothing that you have to do on your own. And then sharing your journey with your business. You know, you don't have to be making $1 million. Like Kyla said, we all have benefits, whether that's paying for a week of daycare or getting to go to Nashville. You know, we all got free tickets to go to Summit. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but your face is frozen. Oh, there you go.
Sorry. I don't know why, like in this room, I get bad service. So there's always things that we can share about coaching as well. And it doesn't even have to be monetary, but we all have benefits. Obviously, this is why we're still doing this, that we can share. So those are what we call inviting. The third thing is personal development. And I try to squeeze this in whenever I can, whether that's like a podcast or an audio book or reading a physical hard copy book, but I can't really stress it enough. I think when I started taking it seriously, that's when I saw my business take off, and I could, you know, I got smarter and I got more confident and things like that in my business. So basically what we try to do is there's different types of personal development you can do, but a good place to start is maybe in an area that you're not feeling so confident in. So if that's like putting yourself out there on social media, maybe you'd want to read a book about that. If it's about inviting people because you're concerned about being salesy, there's stuff on that. If it's about leading a team, you know, a topic on that. So we try to focus on whatever strengths you want to build up, and there's lots of different recommendations that we have once you get to that point. And the fourth and final thing, again, is also something that you see that we do in challenge groups, is recognition. You see us do this in the groups, just like as simple as someone getting in their workout or sticking to their nutrition. This, you know, maybe the past weekend when they were wanting to not have a cheat day or something, we're always trying to lift people up and recognize them. And we do that as well in our team. You know, if someone's hit a certain rank or a milestone in their business professionally or personally, I just think it's important for people to be recognized. And it also shows others, you know, on your social media that this is something that you're taking seriously and you're actually seeing success in and real results. So those are the 4 vital behaviors. Like I said, a good place to get started is just starting to document on social media. But if you guys have any questions, I guess let me unmute everyone.
Can you hear me? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like follow up a couple things that you said because it cut out. Oh. Development, like the one that really kept going in and out. So I'll just follow up real quick. So personal development is something that, like, recently one of our vital behaviors, you just spend 10 minutes doing something that's going to make you better in any area in your life. Like, it doesn't have to be about being a better fitness coach or being a better whatever. And I'll tell you that just taking contribute like my latest promotion to like doing that personal development, because I was able to go into an interview with a whole bunch of like really important people and just like be so confident, because for 10 minutes a day has just really like all around helped me to like help others, but it's also helped me to develop some skills that I've been able to bring into like all different areas of my life. And then the last one I think she was talking about was just recognition, and just, you'll see us recognizing people in groups for doing a really good job, or for like on our page, we might highlight some of our challengers for different transformations they've had. Basically, just celebrating other success, and we do that as coaches as well within our group. If someone goes up in rank or somebody meets a goal that they want, we're just like constantly encouraging each other, and we're always pushing each other to set new goals, not only with our health and fitness, but also in our businesses as well. Like, we share what we want out of this with each other. And so like Kyla and I, we both started at the same time, so we call each other our like success partners. And even though I think it's supposed to be someone on a different team, but like we kind of just made up our own thing. But so up front, we're both like, what's your goal? And we like hold each other to it. Like every month we're just like, are you there? Like, what are you doing? Like, have you met your goal? Like, and we'll just be kind of like, oh, I'm like slacking so bad. And we'll give each other a pep talk, which is having that person that like is kind of in the same mindset as you. And we both are kind of like balls to the wall kind of girls, and we just like get after it. But that's just like our mindset. So when you find someone that works with you like that, like, and then just being able to out and then run groups with other people, like we're able to just bounce it. We're in a group chat, like text all the time, just like bouncing ideas off each other, because it's just easier to do it when you're all doing it together. So I don't know. I tried to pick up Molly with what I think you're back now.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But so that was just, I just recapped so it's invite, which is really connect, attract, connect, and then invite. And then personal development, recognize, and be proof of the product, like making sure that you're doing you're drinking Shakeology, you're doing your programs, you're sharing your journey. So that's really what we do every day. So do you guys have questions for us? Like anything? No? So a question that we do get like I feel like I get a lot in this, I don't know, is how much time do we spend doing this? Like I get that a lot, and a lot of people say I don't have time to do coaching. And like I get it, because I have a lot going on. But like it's really as much time as you want or as little time. Like I really try to keep it to about an hour every day. Like so like I'll get up a half an hour earlier so that I can check in with all the groups and whatever. I should maybe say an hour and a half. And then usually like 15, 20 minutes at my lunchtime, I'm like responding to messages or sending out messages. And then at night, like after my son goes to bed, I'm checking in with groups too. But I will like sporadically post throughout the day. So maybe if you put it together, like all together, it might be like over an hour and a half, but it's spread out. Like I'm all about, in this one call we listened to, power pockets, and like working in power pockets throughout the day. Like if I am waiting for if I'm waiting in line somewhere for something, like I pull out my phone and I'll like send a couple messages, or I'll like respond to a couple comments wherever I just have time. Like it's all about finding the time, because I found the benefits of it. So I just make it work in my schedule. I think that's pretty much what Kyla and Molly do too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a full-time thing. Any other questions? No? You guys don't have any? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's all we have for you, folks. Do you have anything else, girls? Kyla, Molly?
Yeah.
Molly's back in action.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I think for me, like I just was a little bit hesitant in the beginning, just kind of knowing like where to start and wrapping my mind around everything, because there's a lot of information out there. But in order to like really get started and to jump in, there's not very much that you need to know or you need to do initially, and everything else it's just like a new job. Like you learn it, something comes up, you have a question, you ask it, you get it answered, and then you know that forever. And then the next time something new comes up that you don't know about, you ask or you research, and then you know it, and you're just constantly like putting things in your pocket, in your arsenal, and like you're learning all the time. So it's okay to not know or to be, you know, confused as to where to start. But the easiest thing to do is just like, first of all, talk to your coach, and to just like, you know, we'll give you 3 things to like start with, like really manageable pieces to like do, you know, concrete things, do this, this, and this, you know, and then you can add more things in and build as you go. But that was like a concern of mine when I first got started, was like information overload. What do I do? Where do I start? Oh my gosh. But, you know, we can make it really, it can be broken down to be much more simple than just all of the information that's out there. So don't let that, you know, hold you back. Just reach out to your coach, and you know, we will absolutely help you get started in the simplest and most effective way possible.
And I just also want to add on to that and say, like, something I get a lot is like, there's so many Beachbody coaches out there. Like, why would someone want to join with me? And I did, after I kind of jumped into it, like not thinking, I started thinking about that. Or that was kind of like nagging in the back of my head. And, you know, I've seen so many people, like Katie and I went to high school together, so we obviously have that same network, and Megan, my coach. And then there's like people that I went to college with, we had the same network there, and we've all like pulled from different pockets. And you have your own story, and people identify with that for a certain reason. So, you know, it doesn't matter if there's 5 Beachbody coaches in your neighborhood. Like, the person next to you might come to you, and the person on the other side might go next door. And that's not a bad thing. You know, I think like you putting your story out there and you going on your journey, someone will identify with that, others will go to someone else, and that's all part of it. So don't let that be something that deters you.
Yes. Good point.
And one other quick thing that actually I thought of as I was talking to someone earlier this evening, is that in order to be a coach, you don't have to be at any kind of goal. You don't have to be at a business goal, at a personal development goal, at a fitness level, the way, you know, you don't have to be at your goal yet. In fact, a lot of coaches who jump in early and just started this process and are still working. I mean, I'm not at my goal yet. I'm constantly like working on myself in all kinds of different ways. But it makes you so relatable when you are, you know, still struggling and you're still working and you're still, you know, you have a goal you're trying to hit, and you're like, people come with me, like motivate me, let's motivate each other. Like, I don't want anybody to think that you have to be at a certain fitness level or look a certain way or have a certain level of confidence in order to start coaching. If you wait for things like that, you know, it might never happen. Like, I'm 9 months into this now, and I'm still working on goals, or I am, you know, I'm hitting goals, and then I am, and I'm having to re-reach goals again. And that wouldn't be happening if I wasn't coaching. I would have like slacked off and been back exactly where I was again. So, you know, that's something that I hear a lot when I'm having conversations with people. It's like, oh, you know, well, I don't have arms like you or something. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, no. That
was what I said to Molly. Molly, you remember that?
I will like, never have arms like Kyla.
I was like, I'm going to do a couple more rounds before, but like, I want to coach, but like, I'm like, no, like, I don't look like a coach. Like, that's what I told her. And she was like, it doesn't matter. You like take people on the journey with you. And so that, I think that's like something that's been kind of like, I've started coaching my 2nd month. So people have just been going on it with me, but I literally said that same exact thing because I knew I wanted to coach. Like, I just loved it. But then I was like, oh yeah, I can't say I'm a coach because I'm like nowhere near what I should look like or whatever. So, good point, Kyla.
Yeah.
I think that's what my problem is that I'm like, I keep having to go back and forth with all my health issues. So I didn't know if I really wanted to coach or not.
But you know what? That's what people are going to relate to you for. Like, so people who have struggled with different health issues, they're going to be able to connect with you a lot more than they would like myself, or because you guys are going to connect on like a whole different level. Whereas like So part of my story is like that I'm a single mom. So I've had moms who have been through similar types of things reach out to me because they can connect to me on that level. You know what I mean? Like it's all part of your story, and it's all part of like what's going to make you you, and that you're still going through that, and like how you aren't going to let those challenges like become excuses. So people are just going to go on that ride with you, and that's what's going to draw them to you, because they're going to be like, well, I'm struggling with similar things, or I'm struggling with asthma, and like I let that be my excuse, but like you're not. So I think that whatever is kind of like a doubt in your mind, like use it as part of your story, and it eventually becomes like part of your brand, like kind of who you are, and like why people are going to want to go with you than the person on the other side of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it was between that and the fact that, like, I mean, I didn't go to school with you two, but let's be real. Mary Beth kind of made me like part of Padua.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody's a Padua panda at heart. Kyla, you don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I might as well have gone to Catholic school, even though I didn't really. So all of our friends are very similar. So it was kind of like a mixture of the two. But I think I'm finally ready.
Yeah, good.
Awesome.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean those types of things are what makes it like real life. You know, people don't want to look at someone who looks like Autumn. That seems unattainable. That's not realistic. Like I'm not probably going to look like Autumn. Could I? Yeah, maybe. Am I going to? That's probably not real life for me and what I'm willing to like invest and give up. Like, so for all of us, just live your real, authentic lives. Like none of us are faking anything, and that's not going to take you anywhere. That's not going to grow a business. That's not going to attract people. You have to just be your authentic self, and that comes with, you know, ups and downs and good and bad and struggles and accomplishments, and we just kind of aren't afraid to put it all out there. But maybe we were at the beginning. But you know, with personal development and an awesome support network behind you, you know, that fear kind of starts to fall by the wayside, and being real and authentic is what's going to attract people to you and make you relatable. So.
Yes. Oh, this is going to cut us off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, girls, thank you so much for hopping on.
Yes.
Thank
And if
you.
anyone watching the recording, just chat with your coach if you have any questions, or you can post below when I post this in the group. We're happy to answer. All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.